it's ironic that accountants who are so good at managing people's like finances, people's money, they find it difficult to manage their own.
Yeah, I think it also
you naturally smart, but you also put in the effort. You just don't rely on that side of it. So I was like, yeah, this is
I mean, I do put in quite a lot of hours, and the reason why I do is because I want to make sure that I produce work of the highest quality.
Yeah.
But the objective for me is to provide quality work more than anything.
Yeah, more than anything.
Yeah, for sure. The approach is just understand yourself, understand how you learn information, and apply it appropriately. And then the second thing I would tell them is focus on the understanding of the principles. And it's because in an exam, what they do is they take different principles from many different areas and they combine them into maybe like a question or a paper. And I think having a good understanding helps you bring the principles together when you have to write your exams. And
what's one thing you did in high school that had a huge impact on your marks relative to the effort that was required? I could see why you made it in top 4, like the way you work, the amount of work that you put in, the people that you talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how difficult is your CTA?
It's probably the most difficult in all of them.
Yeah.
Growing in my career, I'm gonna make a lot more money than I make now. And it's quite important for me that I gain the discipline of being able to manage the money that I get now and carry it forward going into the future.
In your field, like, do you have any fears about AI, replacing accountants?
I think there is some sort of fear around it, but just the fear of failure or just the fear of disappointing, and also just knowing my capability and what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
It just keeps me grounded to whenever I do something to just put in the most amount of effort.
Hi guys, welcome to P Squared Podcast. Today I have Trinity Masiakwala. Got it right?
Yeah, right.
Perfect. So sir, before we start, welcome to P Squared Podcast.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we're gonna start first with our moments. So just pick 3 random cards for me and start from there.
Okay.
And then give them to me.
It's actually 3.
Oh, it's 3. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Start with this one.
Okay.
We just arrived. Is the discipline in our family fair? In your family, let's put it that way.
So what's the question again?
Is the discipline in your family fair?
I think it definitely is. So I'm the last born at home.
Oh, last born.
So I think by the time that I came, they were a bit more lenient with me. But obviously I come from a family that's a Christian family. Yeah. And my dad is actually a pastor. And I think, honestly, the discipline is fair. And because from my mom's side, we always talk about things. And also from my dad's side, we always just talk about things.
Okay. Good. Okay, that's where it comes from then. Holy Trinity.
Definitely.
Okay, I see now. Is it ever okay to cheat in academics, sports, business?
I don't think it's ever okay to cheat because I don't think it's fair on anyone, because once you cheat, you get an advantage over everyone else, and I don't think that's a principle that I live by. Yeah. I think the principle that I live by is I just want to make sure that things are fair for everyone, and by cheating, I think I would be going against that principle.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Then this is the one. That's why I said like we just arrived. What is your favorite thing about our relationship? Guys, we just met on TikTok. This is the first time I see his man. So I'll give you a pass on that one.
But
okay.
We had a conversation during the week, and it was a good conversation.
Yeah, it was a good one actually. Yeah. Good. We clicked, you see?
Yeah, we did click.
Yeah. So let's see. Like you mentioned, Origin of your name, Holy Trinity. Your father's a pastor. So are you next in line?
Let me not say.
All right, don't speak because I'll be in big trouble. Okay, perfect. So, but what is one piece of advice you received as a child or teenager that still guides you to this day?
I think it was more not advice, but like an observation that I've seen. And maybe there is some advice in it. And I think it was a lot from my dad. So my dad is quite a disciplined person. Wakes up at like 4 a.m. every morning, goes to church, goes to pray. Afternoon again, he goes to church, goes to pray. In the evening again, he goes to church, goes to pray. And he does it consistently. And I think for me, that demonstration was a demonstration of discipline. And from there, I got to see that it's important to have like quite good discipline. I think I also picked up a few things from there. And I think also in our conversation, he does mention the importance of having discipline in whatever you're doing so that you can be able to achieve what you're doing.
Okay, super. And then that's the thing about kids as well. They don't do what you tell them. They do what you see. What they see. So and then like especially like if your father was preaching it and then was doing it, double bonus. So and then talking about discipline. That's one thing like your friends like admire about you. I was like, this man. But one thing I don't understand is you're a different breed. It's fine, but why do you study in December? People are having a joy, trying to relax, but you're talking about studying for a specific module or preparing for something. Where does it come from?
Obviously, I had an exam in January.
So, like in December, like, nope, skip this December, it's just a normal day.
No, I think for me, I just wanted to make sure that I'm fully prepared for the exam. And I think it was quite a big exam for me. And I just had to make sure that I cover all that I can. Because what we had to do is we had a board course that we had to do. And I also had to still go through my notes from university. So it was two things that I had to do. And it was basically my work from, let's say, first year up until fourth year. And it takes a bit of time on my side to fully get everything. So I had to make sure that I study during December so that I don't have to play catch up in January.
Yeah. You know what? One of your friends said, tell me who you think it is. One of your says is sometimes they... Wow, oh no, give it away. But she said you were sometimes she feels like you're a cyborg. But like this man, the way he works is like, it's amazing.
She has actually never told me.
She's not, but there's something that she told me, but we'll get to it later. And you'll know it's definitely from her.
Okay. Can't wait to hear.
So let's see. You were the top performing student in grade 12. So let's talk about the 80-20 principle. What's one thing you did in high school that had a huge impact on your marks relative to the effort that was required?
I think in high school, for me, the biggest learning came from doing your homework. Like honestly, I think I did more studying in homeworks than I ever studied for a test, because I remember when I got to university and I actually started studying in uni. I had actually realized that in high school I was actually not
doing anything.
I was just doing anything and everything.
Doing the bare minimum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think just doing my homework was honestly the biggest thing that helped me get through it.
Yeah, because I remember when I was in high school as well, there was this guy that asked me, like, hey man, I think I was in grade 11. I was like, hey man, how do you study and all that? And I just did that. I was like, study. I was like, but I don't want to lie to you. One thing that I do is I sit here in class and try to listen to the teacher what they say. And I don't waste that moment when they talk to me or when they teach. After that, when I get home, I don't even look at my books. I just do homework and I just go run and then come back and sleep, and come back to class.
That was literally it.
Yeah.
It was the same thing for me because I literally just got home, do my homework until like 5, and just
go play.
Go play.
Yeah.
Play video games sometimes, and
Yeah, and sometimes the people will think you lie, but I was like, that's what I do. Literally, that's what I do. Just go there, put my bag down, go to athletics, come back, do my homework, take a bath, eat, back to sleep. That was it.
And I think also for me, I think it carried through to university. People still ask me, how do you study? And I still tell them that I do everything everyone does.
No, that's not what everybody does. You call your friends at 12 a.m. like asking them. Like,
I have never.
You're the one calling your friends at 12 a.m. like, hey, what was this teacher saying again? I just want to see your perspective. You think about this. What's happening? No. Yeah, but if you gave, this one then on a lighter side, if I gave you an opportunity to have a conversation with one person, dead or alive, who would you pick?
A conversation with one person, dead or alive, who would I pick?
Right now.
I'll probably have a conversation with my mom.
Oh, okay.
And the conversation would just be about how far I've come. Because I don't think we've had that conversation ever. Just to like sit down and like talk about how far I've come. So I think I would definitely have that conversation with her.
Yeah. Fam. I've been pushing mountains, If I could tell you, you would ask me how did I survive. Yeah, but out of all the awards that you've received, like which one sit like nearest to your heart?
I think for me, the one that sits nearest to my heart is definitely the top 4.
The top 4.
The IC exam.
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's the most recent one.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it is probably the biggest achievement I've ever had. I've had a lot of achievements coming up, obviously from high school, uni.
Yeah.
But I think being top 4 in the country, it's quite a big deal. So I still can't believe it if to this day. But I think it was the biggest achievement because I put in a lot of work to actually achieve it, and I actually ended up achieving it, and I think it's very special to me.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking, like your first time attempting this, and then there are people that are repeating, coming back to try a second chance, third chance, whatever chance might be, and then you just boom.
Yeah,
top man.
I really worked hard for it.
You worked hard for it.
I think I did, and I think a lot of work came from my 4th year because obviously when we write the exam, it's just the technical work that we write that we had learned from university.
Yeah,
and I think it built up from beginning of year in January all the way going up until the end of the year. And I think studying for the exam, it was just a matter of revision. But I think a bulk of the work came from 4th year. Yeah, so I did put in quite a lot of work.
Yeah, so what you were writing it in Jan or in December?
So I wrote it in January.
Okay, so so this is the one that your friends calling you instead of you like having a nice time. You're busy studying.
Yeah, but I think another thing that helped me is because our work continues. They test continuously the work in undergrad.
Yeah.
Before actually starting my 4th year, in January, I had studied the work from the past 3 years so that it's fresh when I actually start 4th year. And I think that was also quite helpful. So I actually studied 2 Decembers, if you ask me.
Yeah. 2 Decembers. Yeah, because I'm just thinking like I was reading through that letter, like about over 2,000 people writing that and all that. So I think 2,000 something is the past, those ones that are past, and it's about over 70% somewhere there.
Yeah, 76.
Yeah. So we can just say roughly close to 3,000, just over 3,000 people that wrote this.
Definitely.
selected people, not everybody, selected people in the country. And then adverts, in your class, how many? 8 people were chosen.
In terms of
The ones that wrote like ICA, or everybody writes.
like a lot of people write. If you pass your 4th year, you are eligible to write.
You're eligible.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, is there a percentage for it? Like, you should get, like, maybe required for your 4th year, it must be 65.
Oh, no, you just need to pass your
You just
4th
need
year.
to pass for your 4th year.
Yeah, and then you can go through and write the exam.
Okay, how difficult is your CTA?
It's probably the most difficult year in all of them.
Yeah.
And quite a lot of people, it's an objective opinion from people that it's quite a hard year.
Yeah.
I think it's the hardest year out of all of them. But personally for me, throughout my uni, it was not the hardest year for me. It wasn't the hardest year for me. But objectively, it's quite a tough year.
It's a tough year
generally for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I was just thinking, like, you passed your IAC, and then you made it to top 4. When you got the news, how was it?
I couldn't believe it. I literally, because they called me, my manager called me when I was at work.
Yeah.
I hadn't actually gotten my results. So she actually calls me, I think it was around 4. And she obviously tells me the news. She breaks the news to me. I think I literally sat there for like 30 minutes. I was actually working. I couldn't do any work for like 30 minutes. I couldn't believe it. I was just sitting there for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting. I didn't even take a lot of calls. I didn't even open my phone. I was just sitting there. Couldn't believe it.
So, counting figures 1, 2, 3, 4 in a country. Still making it a reality so you can see how many 4. Yeah.
Yeah, it was yeah.
But having a discussion with your friends, I could see why you made it into 4. Like the way you work, the amount of work that you put in, the people that you talk to, and you're just not closed off. Like, okay, I got this thing right. You open up and having a discussion with other people. Like, okay, let me just hear what you think about this. So like, even like, did you surround yourself with smart people?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. That's why, again, it rubs off on you. I mean, like, that's the thing. You hang around with like 9 people that are smart, you'll be a champion. You hang around with like dumb people, 9 of them, you'll be the 10th one. No matter how smart you are.
It will catch up with you at some point.
Somehow. So, easy. So, and then, thanks to Serati, because, I didn't know most of the stuff. Just like CTA, I didn't know it was postgrad. I thought it was some assessment or something.
Oh.
Yeah, she was educating. I was like, okay, I'm understanding this. Yeah, as we go along. I was like, and I even told her, I was like, you know what? I've been in engineering so long. If someone has to talk about civil, talk about mechanical, I will understand because it's close by,
Makes sense.
Then now I'm out of this field. Blank. Blank. But yeah. And then let's see. Accounting, there's accounting scandals out there, right? They are not uncommon in the world. So bribery, corruption, money laundering, they do occur. So where do you fit in? Okay, I'm kidding. That's not a question. But as an accountant, how do you, and then you can bring in Christianity into it as well. How do you stay grounded and true to your values? Despite the temptation around you. And then this, because you just started working, this will be like a reminder for you when you're 10 years, 15 years. So remember you said this.
No, that's for sure. But I think for me, I think integrity is one of the most important things for me. And I think I pick it up from my childhood. And I think my parents always told me that the best you can do is be honest. And I think for me, that stuck with me for the longest of times. And going into uni, so we have this framework that basically governs CAs, and it's called the CPC. One of the principles is actually integrity. And it says at all times you must act in a manner that represents integrity. And I think from those two places, I was able to actually join the things together because for me, it is one of my values, and actually finding it there really just affirmed it that it's
it makes it
ability
easy.
to-
Like I've been living this life, so this is
Definitely.
me.
And I think for me, making sure that at all times I'm honest, I have integrity at all times. That's quite important for me. And another thing is what you need to realize when an accounting scandal happens, it affects quite a lot of people. And usually it people's pension funds, they run out of pension funds. And imagine someone who just turned 60 and they're about to retire.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to get about $1 million, and then now they have to get 100,000. Imagine how that is, how they would receive it. So for me, I think just being honest and having integrity is what grounds me and helps me at all times to make sure that I act accordingly.
Yeah. Like, can you remember the time where you started, when you wanted to study chartered accounting? Or do you have other options? Was it you? Do you want to do actuary as well?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
So I think throughout my grade 12, it was always between actuary and accounting. And what then happened in grade 12, maths was, it was not going so well. So I started realizing that maybe this is not what I want to do. And I hadn't made the decision yet, even before I got my results. And I think the decision was made on the day that I got my results. That, okay, I'm actually going to study CA. I remember calling one of my uncles, and I tell him, I'm like, remember I was telling you the whole time I wanted to do actuary, and it was my top priority, and CA was second. I was like, I'm actually going to go for CA. He's like, go for it. And it's because he's also in the accounting field. And I just made the decision right then and there after getting my results, and I said I'm going to study chartered accountancy to become a CA.
Easy. Okay. Then I asked your friend, like, in a group setting with your friends around, like, what kind of person are you? Let's say in a can be a group project, like what kind of individual? Like, no, I gave her options. Then she mentioned like you're more like a strategist than a problem solver. Or like, this man can fit in very well in engineering. You should have just done engineering.
Funny enough, that was never one of my options. I never even thought about it.
Yeah, but she mentioned like one thing about working with you. One thing that is good is you like doing the hard things early, then simple things like later. Just get it out of the way. Alright, okay, that's good. Then so I guess it was only CA throughout then. Like, we're like, nah, no turning back. This is it.
Yeah, I actually have never thought about ever changing and doing anything else. As soon as I made the decision, that was final, and I went for it ever since.
Okay. Let's see. Like right now, someone is in high school debating whether they should follow the CA route. Like, what are the signs that they are on the right path? Let's put it that way. What signs that they are on the wrong path? Like, okay, this is me, I want to do CA. These qualities actually show like you might be on the right path for being a CA, but these ones, I don't know. Explain something that is out. For an engineer, you have to be like this or that.
I don't think there's like a set character that we can say is going to be a CA, because I mean there's quite a vast amount of people that do it, but maybe I can say that if you are highly analytical and you can, I don't want to say comprehend information, but if you're a highly analytical person, I think it's one field you can look into. I wouldn't say there's any characteristics that I would say don't go for it, because I believe it is for everyone. And I think even throughout university, just the university experience, I think it changes people, and it kind of structures you to be perfect for the role, perfect for the position or the designation. So throughout the 4 years, and then you do your training. After the 7 years, I think you would be able to fit in.
Yeah. Okay. Talking about comprehending information, apparently, the way you address, excuse me, you address like problems, the way you process things, like, it's out of this world. Whatever might take someone like 20 minutes, you figure it out in 4 minutes. Hey. If we have people attesting to this, don't deny it. You're in court. Don't lie. Like people was like, no, this man, the way he thinks, the way you process information, people was like, we still don't understand. Then you are there like, okay, this is it.
I think if I have a very good understanding of something, it comes easy for me to actually be able to pick up what the problem is and go and be able to solve it. But if it's something I'm unfamiliar with, how I try to work is I try to make sure that I pay attention to detail to actually get a good understanding of what's happening, because I think I can come up with a good solution once I have a detailed understanding of what is going on or what the problem is or where the problem comes from. Once I get it, then I can figure it out much more quicker.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Well, this one needs no explanation or for me to even say it. It's well known, it's written in your face wherever you go, I guess. But you have some amazing accomplishments to your name, right? Mm-hmm. Just trying to even think about how I'm putting this one. You have amazing accomplishments to your name. Mm-hmm. I mean, you were a top achiever in high school, no doubt. You made it to Dean's List. Mm-hmm. Then you were recognized as a top student at university, a couple of them. Then this involves like being men's res, being involved in the top achiever in the men's res hall of residence, mm-hmm. and then being in the top 10 again with your group in the EY Project Diamond. Mm-hmm. Then first place, in Deloitte group project.
It was vacation work. Actually.
The vacation work, actually, yeah. And then first place in undergraduate financial accounting project. Mm-hmm. Dean's List. Adding to that, we mentioned. And then now it was a number 1 student in honors degree.
It's within my bursary.
Within your bursary?
Yeah.
Okay. And then graduating with cum laude. We call it distinction. It's a best thing.
Yeah.
So all of this is what you will tell your mother. Like, for the past couple of years in varsity, this is me.
Yeah. This is the conversation I need to have with her.
Yeah, like having these accolades like attached to your name, how does it make you feel?
I think
have you ever woke up one day and was like, I did this. This is me.
I think it always pushes me to do more. Because I know I'm able, or I have the capability of achieving more. Yeah. I always make sure that whatever I'm doing now, despite having had all those achievements, because I know I have the capability, it always pushes me to do a bit more, take the extra step, and make sure that I do my best in what I do, because I know what I can achieve if I put quite a lot of effort in what I do.
Yes, sir. Keep a lot of effort. That's the well. Yeah, it's more than enough.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, like your journey is it's amazing. Like the things that you worked hard for, and seeing all your hard work being out there is
Thank you.
It's priceless.
Thank you.
And then hope to see you as a CFO, CEO. And then I'll call in some favors. You remember that bribery we're talking about?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but just like I said when we started off camera, like trying to understand like breaking down like CA. So I understand that there are the degree contains about 4 majors: financial accounting, management accounting, auditing, and taxation.
Right.
Okay, cool. What's the difference there? Like after work, you can focus on the financial accounting, or you don't pick.
So you do have options to pick from. There's quite a lot of options that you can pick from once you qualify as a CA, and it doesn't necessarily have to relate to your majors in any way, and that's the thing about the CA designation. Once you have it, it opens up quite a lot of opportunities for you. I know some CAs they are in data analytics. Obviously, there's still some financial analysis element to it, but they focus more on data analytics. But just from the 4 majors, obviously because there's taxation,
And
obviously
onto that as well, can you just say like what kind of like jobs can you get? You mentioned like data analytics. Think you can also go there. That
you
route.
can go into data analytics. You can take on the position of a financial manager within an organization.
Okay.
You can go into consulting. You can go work in a bank. You can go into investment banking. You can still go into the finance department of your accounting. You can go work in financial management, especially with your retail companies. They require quite a lot of management accounting, but there's a lot more that you can do from that, and it's not set to like specific careers. I know some CAs that are in HR. So you can do quite a lot with it. It opens up quite a lot of opportunities once you have it.
How much you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Once you have the CA, you are a registered CA, not before.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I understand like you have to be registered CA, then you have those kind of opportunities.
Definitely.
But you can also go work after your 3 year. You can go work as something else instead of being a CA. Because the way I get it, you do your 3 year, then you do your CTA, then after that you have board exams, then after board exams you register as a CA.
Right.
So your friend mentioned your next one is next year December, the board exams.
December, yeah.
We're writing that. Well, we'll be following. We'll be checking how you doing on that one.
That would frustration.
Yeah. but after that, after you register, what is after that?
So obviously once you register and you become a CA.
Yeah.
But what you need to understand is that being a CASA is not a job. It's just a designation.
Okay.
It's basically saying that this person has a certain level of competency that we can expect from them. And then with that, you can take that and go open up opportunities for yourself.
Yeah.
For example, obviously because I am doing my training in a bank. Once I complete my 3 years of training and pass my exams, and I can then go and work in the bank and go permanent in the bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Then I see like there's possible routes in here. I know like you chose the CA route, and then I think it was Comfort mentioning to me like other people choose the CIMA route, like they end up being management accountants and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the CIMA route it's more focused on your management accounting and quite a lot of strategy, and usually people that do it they are like in managerial positions quite a lot, all the way until executive position, because what it comes with is a lot of strategy, and obviously because if you're a manager you need to be good from a strategic perspective.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do CIMA and they end up in quite managerial positions.
Then, like with the CA route, like how is it different from that?
So how it's different is maybe the focus on what the two focus on. So the CA one is focused on four things mainly. Not to say that CMA doesn't also touch on these things,
Yeah.
but with the CA it distributes like your knowledge across the four areas equally. And by this I'm talking from a university perspective. So you would have tax, management, accounting, and finance, and financial accounting and auditing. And then once you start doing your training, you then choose which field you want to do your training in, and then obviously after you qualify, you still do have a choice to maybe go into a different field.
Oh, okay. Well, what I get is so you as an accountant, you can also get the CIMA certification,
Definitely,
but the CIMA person can get
they
the
can.
C. They can
They can
if they want to go back to school or something.
Yeah. So for both of them, you'd have to bridge into the other one. You kind of have to still go through some of the exams from both destinations to still be able to achieve it. But to be quite honest, they're still both accounting heavy designations. It's just that they just have a few differences here and there.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Then, what is the biggest misconception, the myth that high schoolers have about accounting, and the biggest misconception that the university student have about accounting? Is it the same, different?
So in accounting in high school and university, they're completely different things. And I think I'm using the word completely loosely because in accounting, they basically follow a rules-based principle when they teach you accounting. They will tell you that something is an asset and you just have to understand that it's an asset. But once you go into university, it goes deeper because now you learn how to determine what is an asset, what is not an asset, why is it an asset, and you kind of have to do that. And again, high school accounting is more about numbers and mostly bookkeeping, but then accounting in university, it's more theory based and it focuses on principles on obviously your tax, your financial accounting, your finance and management accounting and auditing. And again, on top of that, to add, in university, once you start going into some universities, it's first year, some universities, it's second year, you do more than just the accounting that you would have done in high school, which is, and I would say the accounting in high school is more closely related to financial accounting. Now they add on tax, they add on auditing, and then they add on your finance. So there's more that you get from a university accounting than high school accounting. But and it makes sense because that's where we specialize.
Yeah. Then for someone like that's in varsity that wants to be a top performer, and then that wants to be a top performer, and sometimes I feel like giving up and all that because it's Wits, the cost child. So what can you tell them to do? What advice or what can you tell them to do?
I think the biggest thing that people I think should do is firstly you need to understand yourself, understand how you operate in terms of from a school's perspective, how you understand information, what type of a learner you are, and then from there develop a learning strategy from what you have determined, what type of a person you have determined to be. Because I can't sit here and tell you you need to do this, do that. But or like give you a step-by-step process on this is what I did and follow this. I think the approach is just understand yourself, understand how you learn information and apply it appropriately. And then the second thing I would tell them is focus on the understanding of the principles. And it's because in an exam, what they do is they take different principles from many different areas and they combine them into maybe like a question or a paper. And I think having a good understanding helps you bring the principles together when you have to write your exams. And another thing is get some rest, get some sleep, and have some fun. A lot of people undermine it, but it's quite important to take a break sometimes, because it's quite ironic that I'm going to say that, but make sure that you do take a break. It's that you should have some fun in it, and sleep about 7 to 8 hours.
So did you sleep 7 to 8 hours?
Actually, I used to sleep 7 to 8 hours.
Hey, I guess it's discipline in managing your time.
Definitely.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, good. Then let's see. There's one thing that that you used to do. There's one thing, but let's. There's three actually. Okay. I want to bring first this one.
Okay.
I was expecting you to show up with a brown beanie. From first year until your last year, it's like this man shows up with a brown beanie.
I actually thought about wearing it, but I was like, let me be a bit formal for the interview.
This where like, you thought about wearing it?
Yeah, I did think about wearing it, and you're not wrong. I actually got it in first year in Joburg CBD, and I was just like, I like the hat, and from there I used to wear that hat, I think each and every day whenever I would go to school.
Yeah,
I remember there was a day where I couldn't find it. I didn't know where I put it, and when I got to school, people were asking me, where's the hat?
Are you okay? Are you okay? What's happening? Okay.
So it is a thing actually. I still do have it to this day.
You still have it to this day?
I still do have it to this
day. Man.
Even when I went to write my IIC, I actually wore it for the 3 days.
For the 3 days?
Yeah.
Guys, take the hat. That's the one that has superpowers. Yeah. Okay. But what are the most I know you're starting your career, maybe someone gave you advice before, but within your field, like what are the common mistakes that people make, especially young professionals, when they start working?
The mistakes that people generally make. I just started working.
Yeah, I know. Let's put it this way, like maybe you've been a student, you've done that part then. So that one thing that university student make, like the mistake that they make, that stops them from progressing from one level to another.
I think maybe the mistake that people make is thinking that working for the longest time will translate into results, and not focusing on understanding what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because I think, obviously, because we're different people, it takes a different amount of time to process things. But I think just working for long hours, but you're not understanding what you're doing, it doesn't really help. Because if you can process information in 2 hours and actually get it, it doesn't help you just going to the library and sitting for long hours and doing nothing. And
it actually goes with this thing that Chris Williamson said. It was like, people work, what is it? People working very hard doesn't guarantee you success, but not working very hard definitely will guarantee you failure.
For sure.
For sure. So you can work hard in a wrong direction and you'll never get there, but not understanding, like you say, if you don't understand what you're working on, then
because you can put in the most amount of hours and it will never translate to anything because you don't understand what you are doing. And I think it's quite important to understand, to have a good understanding of what you're doing. Sometimes you could do something in 2 hours, finish, you have the rest of the day to yourself. You shouldn't feel guilty if you finish the thing
Really
too
too
well.
Yeah.
But it's quite important to sit
Yeah.
with things
And
actually
talking
understand.
about hours, like it's one thing one of your friends mentioned was like you're very strategic. You work on a problem like, okay, this should take me 2 hours, this should take me 3 hours, this I should do this at this time. Like I used to study and say like, okay, today I'm gonna study for 2-3 hours, it's fine. But for you, you're like, okay, I'm working on this thing, it should take me like this amount of time. I was like, you want to be specific.
Yeah, and I think for me it's important because obviously let me talk to uni. There's 4 courses that I had to do, and obviously I needed to make sure that I gained coverage over all of them. Because it doesn't. I believed it wouldn't help me to have a good understanding on one and focus on the one and put all my effort in that, rather than spreading it across all 4. So I would do the time things so that I can manage my own time. Sometimes I would set up a time goal for a task and not meet it. If I'm not done, I always just move on to the next one, and I'll just hopefully I'm able to maybe gain some time from the next one if it doesn't take as long as expected.
See, if I can't find it, we need to find it
Yeah.
out. Even if I say 2 hours and it goes to 3 hours, we need to find it now. I'll never sleep. That's the thing.
It was a strategy to just make sure that I manage my time appropriately, and I'm also able to gain coverage over all the things that I need to do.
Hey, maybe I would have been in IAC of chemical engineering if I did that. Yeah, but okay, cool. But one thing, you just started working. Your friends want to have fun with you, have a joy, relax. You're earning big bucks now. But you started talking about investments with them. Why? They were like, why is this man talking about investment? We should be having fun. Why?
No, I think...
okay, well, by the way, I am with you on this one. So, yeah. It's not a bad thing. Yeah.
I think it's just a good discipline to have.
Yeah.
Because I believe you build habits. And obviously, growing in my career, I'm going to make a lot more money than I make now. And it's quite important for me that I gain the discipline of being able to manage the money that I get now and carry it forward going into the future. And also, I just want to make sure that I have a comfortable life. I've planned my life to be comfortable in the future. So it's quite important for me that I put some money in investments. And don't get them wrong or get me wrong. It's not that I don't have fun, but it's also a priority to me that I put my money in some investments.
No, you definitely do have fun. You're like, this man chooses himself. He comes on a Friday like, hey, are we going out? Are you coming or not? When are you coming? Oh, no, I am going there. But like, you went to a Kevin Momo show?
Yeah, I went to a Kevin Momo show, I think 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was quite an amazing show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's,
you don't wait for anyone to have fun. Like, I live on borrowed time. I don't know if I'll make it tomorrow going down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whether you're coming or not, I still need to go have my fun and enjoy myself.
But one thing that is ironic, it's very ironic actually. Why most of our accountants, they can't get a hold of their financial stability. Your accountant, you think like this person, like they're very savvy, they know money, how money works and stuff, but they become broke.
I think it's because they don't necessarily teach you, like from a personal perspective, this is how money works. And if maybe you struggle taking principles and applying them, like taking principles from a different situation and applying them in your personal life, maybe it's going to be a bit hard for you to manage your money. You do get like some knowledge about managing the money of a company, and that's what the focus is on. Obviously, as you learn, indirectly you do learn about some investment products as you go. And I think maybe people just don't apply the knowledge that they have, the little knowledge that they have, to maybe find out more, because I'm a very curious person. If you tell me something now, I want to know everything about it. So I'll go research it, find out how it works, and just get a good understanding of that. And I found that one of some of the things that I would learn, I would actually research them and see, oh, this is how it works. For example, in tax, we used to have a principle that talked about a tax-free investment, and they weren't really teaching what a tax-free investment is, how it operates. It was just the tax implications of it. But I went and did some research just to know a bit about it, just to make sure that I have a good understanding of what this is.
Yeah, but it was like it's ironic that accountants who are so good at managing people's like finances, people's money, they find it difficult to manage their own.
Yeah, I think it also, obviously coming from uni, going into work, I think maybe this is also across most professions. It's just that it's a bit ironic for accountants, but I think you do find it a lot. And,
you find it a lot.
And it's a bit of a struggle.
For us, we can excuse ourselves. We don't know anything about money. So when it comes, we splash.
You can't excuse yourself. You need to still learn.
So in your field, like, do you have any fears about AI, replacing accountants?
I think there is some sort of fear around it, but it's not that it will entirely take our jobs or anything. Obviously, it's going to eliminate certain jobs. But what accountants do, sometimes it requires a lot of judgment, and because I don't think a robot can have the level of judgment that we use when it comes to decision making most of the times. And I think also SAICA is pushing our education or just our competencies or the designation as a whole towards more decision making and strategy and all of those things. And I think it's something that AI at the moment cannot do, or it's a bit hard for it to do, and it just needs that human element in it. And again, it comes with the good side, because there's certain tasks that we maybe as an accountant it would have taken you a lot of time, and it's like maybe a repetition of some sort, or if we can use AI to do that task, then maybe you can focus more on the judgmental areas as a CA and strategy and decision making.
So for now, then, let me say 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 50, for people in your field to remain relevant, they must practice good judgment. That anything that AI cannot do, work against it.
Definitely. I think that's what you need to do. Just be aware of what it's doing, understand what it's doing, so that you know what you need to develop on. And again, SAICA does a good job in just guiding you towards which area is more important, because I think now they focus quite a lot on your risk, your strategy, decision making, and all of those things.
Yeah, that's good. Then just like looking at this, like and like I mentioned, like that's why one of your friends was like, I need this man to be in my good books until he makes it up there. Like people say, like your network determines your net worth. So, I mean, you associate yourself like with smart people. Like right now in the company, the people. Let's say smart people. Let's not put like positions to it. But tell me about the time when your networks like really opened doors for you, but you just started working, but in varsity and stuff like that. Or you were the network. People were coming to you.
No, I think it's a give and take situation. Maybe where I've seen it work is mostly in uni. Just association with people that are like-minded. It was quite key in helping me seeing different perspectives of things. I remember I was having a conversation with one of my other friends, And he was actually reminding me how I used to call him all the time. I'm like, oh, I see this thing. Why is it this way? Isn't it supposed to be this way? And we would have long conversations about things. And I think that actually worked for me because I'd get a good understanding of what I'm doing. And it helped me quite a lot. And then again, also going into professional life. The networks you've built based on the people that you know that maybe had started working already, they kind of help you to get comfortable into working, and it's more around the soft skills, things like how things work around here, or this is how things are done, and just to be able to be comfortable within the working environment, and just having someone looking out for you and also guiding you on how to navigate just work and the work-life balance.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, certainly. And I mean, just like with conversation like I had with your friends, or like, yeah, I admire your work ethic, your drive. And you mentioned like this man, like he bets on himself. You definitely bet on yourself, like, yeah. And then I asked one of your friends, like, if your life or your academic journey will be like a movie title or a Netflix series, what will it be? She was like, it's corny, but we'll call it Guns Blazing. Oh, like Guns Blazing. Okay, this man is ready for everything. And I'm like, okay, good. Yeah, I was just looking at that, like you naturally smart, but you also put in the effort. You just don't rely on that side alone. So I was like, yeah, this is You don't just like, okay, I'm smart, I can do this with ease, I can get my 60s and get out of there. You put in the work, like I want to see if I bet on myself, what can come out of this.
Definitely.
So that's one thing I liked. I was like, yeah. And then most importantly, even besides that, like betting on yourself, doing the work, you also help out people in varsity. One of your friends mentioned was like, you got an email, when they release the results, student numbers there, people can email you and stuff. It's like you got an email from someone like, hey man, I'm struggling with this and all that, and you reached out and helped them. So it's not like I'm smart, I am that guy, I don't need anybody. You also pass it on, like how you help people. So that's one thing I liked. I was like, yeah. What I don't like is you see, like this man is like, you are proud about your legs. Where are the legs? You don't go to you have legs of a rugby person, but you don't go.
I always tell people. A lot of people actually ask me if I played rugby. I have touched a rugby ball, but I've actually never played it in my life.
Yeah.
So I remember even I think a month ago or 2 months ago, I was actually going home, and the bus driver, I was about to get onto the bus, and the bus driver stops me and asks me, do you play rugby? I'm like, no, I've never actually played it in my life.
Like, hey guys, I'm Faf. I am Faf, I play rugby.
I wish it.
Yeah, but man, you have achieved so much at young age. Like just to get, like I mentioned, you're humble and you help people and stuff. But I asked you before, I'm just gonna go through some of them again. But what keeps you grounded and motivated? Like you keep pushing forward, even though you're already like, I've won, but you keep pushing forward.
I think it goes back to knowing my capability.
Yeah.
And because I know my capability, I'm able to know what I can achieve, and that kind of keeps me grounded and makes sure that I put in a lot of effort in what I do. And again, also just the fear of failure, because you've achieved so much, you also need to keep up with the
we know your track record, sir, so don't disappoint.
Easy. So you kind of need to keep up with that. So I think a combination of the two, just the fear of failure or just the fear of disappointing, and also just knowing my capability and what I'm capable of, just keeps me grounded to, whenever I do something, to just put in the most amount of effort.
I got this. Yeah, but you have led, like looking at your the projects that you've been in, varsity, everything, like you have led, competed, and excelled in various high pressure settings. CA is I have a cousin that did that go through that. It's no joke. What does success mean to you personally? And has a definition changed over time? I mean, it should have changed. Like now you are happy about the recent one. There's something else that's gonna come.
I think for me, success means I have been able to make an impact in people's lives. I've actually been able to see the results of what I'm doing and how it positively impacts other people. And I think it also with the environment that I'm in right now. When you work in a bank, it's you get to see the impact of what you're doing, and you see it reflect on people. And I think for me, if I'm able to reach a point where, I'm never gonna reach a point where I'm gonna say I made an impact in everyone. But if I can say I've made quite an impact on a lot of people in maybe the South African context, or maybe wherever I am later on in my life, and had a positive impact that made something easier for people, or it created value for people, that would be success to me.
Yeah. But I mean, that's how it is. It changes over time. I mean, if you feel content with one thing now, like you've done this, you might as well just die, because you're stuck in life. Like there's supposed to be more. This is bad. I should be putting it in a good tense. But I'm trying to say
what you're saying.
every new level has a new devil. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's this stupid.
Yeah, but I agree with you, because I don't think it's set stone. It changes over time, because also you find new ones over time, because if I'm able to achieve this, then I'm definitely going to have something that I want to achieve after that. And also with what I want to achieve, I feel like there's never really a limit, because you can continuously create value for people on a continuous basis. It doesn't mean that you do one thing and you're done. You can do it continuously.
You can do it continuously, yeah.
Definitely.
So I have before this one, I have 10 questions. I need you to choose 5 for me. I have 10 questions. I need you to choose 5 questions, and then you have to answer those ones. So choose any numbers between 1 and 10.
I'm gonna go ahead and start with 3.
Okay. Well, let's go in that order then. 3. So, and some of them we've been touched on them, but I was just like, it should be like a random, like what we discussed already. 3. You've been part of the several competitive projects: Nedbank Energy Crisis Challenge, EY. Project Diamond, Deloitte's group project. Can you walk us through one of these experiences and what it particularly, what made it particularly impactful or transformative for you?
I think it's probably the first group project we had, which is the EY Project Diamond. So it was a collaboration between Wits and EY.
Okay.
And we did a university project, and they chose 10 teams to go basically represent Wits at EY. And I think for me, that one was impactful in the sense that it was probably one of the first achievements in a group from a university perspective, and it kind of built my confidence in the sense that I know what I'm doing, because even before the project came or like they picked the top 10 teams, I never thought we were going to be picked as the top team. And again, for most of, I think for all of them, most of the achievements are...
I was going to say that most of the achievements, like, I did that, I was going to be there.
I was always shocked when it came.
I was just a member, I was just persistent. It's a miracle.
I just did my best, and I honestly, it meant my best was good enough to put me where I was. But I think the EY one was the most impactful because it was the first one and kind of built my confidence. But then again, the
confidence booster.
Definitely. But then again, the Nedbank one, I was shocked. The Deloitte one that I was doing a vacation work, I think all my team members are shocked about that one. again, Mazars, we were shocked about it. It was always a shock.
Yeah, it's a shocking experience. Shocking experience. Every achievement, shocking experience. Okay, but the second one.
Let's go with 7.
7. So, how was your time at Wits, and particularly your residence experience as a top achiever in men's hall of residence? How has it shaped your character, leadership style, or long-term goals?
I think if we go back to men's res, it was an interesting place. And I think it's
a men's race. It's a men's race.
But I think it's more the culture and the maybe what I picked up behind the culture. It was being inclusive and being able to help everyone. And I think they
was expecting what's that word that people like to use? Misogynistic or something.
No. It was really just about the culture.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe from a leadership perspective, they realize that people come from different sides of the world, and you kind of have to create an environment where everyone is equal and is included accordingly. And I think just that culture.
Yeah, I know, like the gens, they make you feel welcome, like, the activities that they bring for you guys and stuff. Yeah,
definitely.
So and I understand what you're saying.
And I think I carried it going forward in the sense that whenever I work in a group setting, I make sure that everyone is included and everyone has an input, because I understand that we have differences, and those differences can be strong points for the team collectively, because you might be good at something, I'm good at something, and if you combine it can be good. Yeah. So I think I just carried that with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, with the achievement, I only received it after I had gone. So
yeah, and one thing was like the one of them mentioned, I was like, the man is so calm. It may be like in whatever, someone shouting or like people are panicking, you just relax, calm down. Relax. But anyway, the third one, let's go.
Let's go with number 10.
10. If you had a chance to speak to your high school self, who was already a top achiever, what would you say about the journey ahead and the lessons you have learned along the way?
I think the first thing I would say is I never thought I would be here.
You're going to be short, fam. You're going to be short.
And not in the sense that I never thought that I would achieve anything or anything of that sort. I think it's the extent of what I've achieved is what is shocking me. And again, it still shocks me. But I think I would have that conversation just to say, I'm proud of myself that I've gotten this far.
Yeah.
And I've achieved much more than I could have ever imagined.
Yeah. Like fam, stick it through, put in the work, you're going to be shocked. Every now and then it's like, huh? How?
It's always a shock.
This is me. It's a shock. We didn't expect that. It's a shock all the time. Yeah, but the fourth one.
Let's go with number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Being on Dean's list and excelling in an undergrad and honors level suggests not only intelligence, like I said, but discipline. Were there any personal challenges or low points you had to overcome during your journey?
During my journey, I think it was in my 3rd year.
Yeah.
So my 2nd year was the toughest year out of all of them.
Yeah.
I remember I told you people...
We say like a CTA.
Say CTA.
But I think for second.
2nd year was the toughest year. And it was tough because of just the adjustment of starting in real university, because I believe real university actually starts in 2nd year. And it was a tough year, but I managed to achieve great results because of the work I put in. And then I think in my 3rd year, I became a bit too complacent because I knew that I could get through hard things and I could do it well. But I think for the beginning half of the year, that didn't work well out for me because I think I was not doing so great in terms of my marks.
Yeah.
Like I was not where I wanted to be. But luckily I managed to pick it up in the second semester and I fixed what was wrong and made sure that I'm still able to achieve what I want to achieve.
Yeah, I know. My first year, coming from varsity, I thought it was it guy. Didn't got humbled. Like relax now. So going to second year, like let's fix this. Let's put in the work. Put in the work. See, like okay, oh we did good. Then third year, like you said, became complacent. Like oh we've been here.
Exactly.
Now I realized my fuck. I was like okay now. After this, we have to look for a job. Like focus, boy, focus.
And I think it's important to be humble. I think for me, that is where it came from. Where I'm like, okay, you kind of need to be humble and don't be too big.
Yeah, it's one thing again. You realize. I mean, for us, we get it now because you are at work. You can't work alone. You have to work with different people. That's one thing you learn in varsity. Like, hey, this is a team sport. I need to learn from people. People need to learn from me. And you can't do this alone. Even now, you get to work different disciplines. Like someone work in this department, I need to the information from them. I can't do this by myself.
Makes sense.
So
and teamwork is really important. And also, people are different, and you need to learn how to work with different people and approach different people.
Yeah. But okay, last one.
Let's go with. Did I pick one?
No.
Yeah, one.
Okay. Mention like now we're back to this one. Actually, I'm not making you. Okay, you chose it. Let me just let you be with it. I mean, like I mentioned, your academic journey, nothing short of remarkable. So, from topping your honors class, leading in national competitions, that one IEC, what is the mindset or habits do you believe helped you consistently staying at the top?
I think in terms of mindset, it was just always telling myself that you need to work hard, and I think just from the beginning of the year, I got into the year, and I told myself that I need to make sure this year, because remember I told you I struggled with the third year. I actually wanted to get a graduate with distinction in third year, but I didn't do it. But I was like, I still do have a chance in fourth year, and I believe I had fixed the mistakes that I had just done. And I think just getting that mindset of saying that, okay, be humble about it and put in the work, put in the hard work, make sure you have a good understanding of what you're doing. If you need help, shout out to people. And I think for me, most of the help I used to get is from my peers more than lecturers, because we would be, they understood the struggle a bit more, you know. So
we're in this together. We're in this together.
And I was fortunate enough to get people that also did have a good understanding of what they were doing. And it really helped quite a lot. And just being open to help from people. And
that helps again with making connections, which is one of your strong points. Like my friend mentioned, it was like you're good with making connections, networks. That's why they want to keep you. But one thing again is like you don't care about putting the hours in. Like all you need is the quality of the work. In the work, whatever you deliver, it needs to be of quality. Yeah, simple
for sure. And I think I do put in quite a lot of hours, and the reason why I do is because I want to make sure that I produce work of the highest quality. But the objective for me is to provide quality work more than anything.
More than anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Your career is starting now as the CA. I'll reach out in 10 years. I want to see something great. And then give me some inside info on financial investment, what I should invest in and all of that.
I think by then I'd have better knowledge than much more than I have now.
But just on a closing side, if someone listening if someone listening feels like they're behind or not good enough, what would you say about potential, timing, and believing in oneself?
I think you just need to, as a person, you just need to understand yourself.
Yeah.
You need to understand the root cause of what you're saying, what makes you feel like you're not enough, and just work on it and make sure that if it's a matter maybe of accepting something, just accept it and make sure that you just understand where it comes from so that you can deal with it. And then from there, give it some time, work on it so that you can be able to gain the confidence and believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And again, make sure that in the process, you put yourself in environments that enable you to be able to maybe deal with whatever you need to deal with, or maybe an environment that supports what you want to do. Because you can't say, I want to do this thing, but you're not in an environment that supports that, because it's not going to be helpful for you. Even though you might want it and you might want to put in the work, you might find that the environment that you're in doesn't allow you to be able to achieve what you want to achieve.
I see. Super. I understand it better. Man, like I say, using the social media thing to help people so they can learn from great minds like yours. And look at what we're using. We're using TikTok. TikTok is the one that made me connect to. I didn't know there was a Trinity out there. So like that's why I'm trying to use this like social platforms, like to pass on the knowledge. Whatever you have, someone can learn from it. And then with your academic journey, someone is sitting there like, I can't do this module, but you went through it and you put the hours, even if it was hard, but at the end of it, this is what they see.
Definitely.
So easy.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be doing justice if I had to go with this one.
Okay.
Give me a favorite Bible verse, Miss the Holy Trinity.
My favorite Bible verse.
Yeah.
Let me just think about it. I think it's the typical John 3 verses 60, and
Okay.
I think it just goes with the love of God, because the love of God, it doesn't matter who you are, God will still love you.
Yeah.
And I think this resonates with me quite a lot, because I always believe that whatever I've achieved, God has had a hand in it in some way or the other, and that comes purely from the love that God has for me.
Yeah.
So I think that's why that's my favorite verse, and that's why it's my favorite verse.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Well, good people. Thank you for TikTok people for connecting me with this man. And yeah, it's been great. And I hope whatever we discuss, man, really someone can learn from it or get inspired, be motivated to get through, even if it's for like a day or a minute. It means something to someone, then that's it for me.
Definitely. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
And thank you to the TikTok people for recommending.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. And good people, this is it. Before you out, 2 more cuts. Yeah, that's how I close it. The way we started, that's how we close it.
I hope it's not hard questions.
Okay, 1
and 2.
There you go. Give me that.
It's
fine. Okay, cool. Let's see. What's the hardest thing? How are we gonna answer that, or still? What do you think leadership is, and what makes a good leader?
I think leadership is obviously if you're leading a team of people, or maybe just one individual.
Yeah.
I think leadership is basically understanding the dynamics of what you're dealing with, so that you can identify the good things, or maybe the advantages, or the strong points of certain people or certain situations you're in, and understand the weaknesses, and just to make sure that you capitalize on the good side of things. And if maybe you can work with the bad things, you work with the bad things. And also just having an understanding of the people that you're working with is quite important, because you can't lead people you don't understand.
Yeah.
You need to put yourself in their shoes, get a good understanding of them collectively, so that you can lead them appropriately. So I think having a good understanding of the people and the situations that you're in would make you the best leader ever.
Guys, we're trying to understand ourselves. Now we must put ourselves in. Okay, cool. What's the hardest thing about being a girl? So before you get cancelled, think about your answer.
Unfortunately, I'm not a girl.
What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm in a position to answer that question.
No, you see the eyes in the room. You see the eyes there, like, hey, I'm waiting for this camera to go down. I'm coming for him. Be careful.
I don't have an answer to that.
You're not a girl. Just think. I'll give you. I have one person that had to answer this. They said dealing with guys. That's the hardest thing girls have to go through, dealing with guys. So, what is your thinking?
I think maybe in the context of South Africa, it's quite hard just being a woman on all in all. I think we've seen recently what has been happening on the media, and how women have been, some of them have been killed and or they're abused. And I think in the South African context, just being you and existing as a woman, and the safety, it's I think it's probably the hardest thing to live with in South Africa.
Yeah. Okay. Good people, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one. And keep bringing all these smart people our way. Thank you. Get intimidated all the time. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, there you go. Done.
Yeah.
Easy.